And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. 4th of July baseball coming at you. It's the New York Yankees going up against the New York Mets. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to go and towing the slab, David Peterson. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. That one misses in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
We got full count.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Headed towards the corner. Soto really on his horse for it. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. And that is out of play. And the 0-2. And there's a ball.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
To third, and that's a fair ball. Into second, and he's got a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
It's Aaron Judge now. Golden opportunity right here. That one outside, and it's 1-0. Base hit, 1 run is in. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. Pitch is in there. 0-1.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And that one missing low.
guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there's one away. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Fouled off. He was late. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees, singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. Now this is in the air down the line. Soto sizing this one up. He's got it, and that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Queens, our starting pitcher in this one, Clark Schmidt. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Starling Marte up to hit. Way high. And another ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Just missed. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Swinging a foul out of play. Got him. Dave Lawrence rings him up. Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. And that one is lifted in the air. Grisham settles under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Here's a Mets lineup now. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Juan Soto, the next to hit, takes outside. And the sweeper misses.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Pete Alonso waiting on deck if they extend the inning.
Plenty of pop in his bat, so he could give them the lead with one swing if he gets the chance.
On the ground to third, Chisholm. To first, and that will end the inning. And the Mets go down 1-2-3, and it remains 1-0. And we're back. Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And there's a foul ball. Hard hit left side. Sends it across to first. One out in the second.
Batting 8, catcher Austin Wells.
Austin Wells, the next to hit. Now that's smacked to right center. Tracks it down for the out. And there are two down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Oswald Peraza in the box now as he leaves that one up high. That just misses, and that's ball two. And another ball. 2 out, space is empty. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Now here's Trent Grisham. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Misses again, 5 in a row. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 2-1.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. And that'll do it. No runs on no hits, no errors, and one left. Now to the bottom of the second. Yankees 1 and the Mets nothing. Bottom of the inning, and now Pete Alonso.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Schmidt back to work. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Dives, but it's foul. Next offering is in for a strike. Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Spook, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Nimmo will hit next. That's a little bit low. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. And a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Man at second. Foul ball there. And a pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Now all even up. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
And now it's Mark Vientos. And that's fouled off. One out and a runner at second. And it's 1-1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And a ground ball to first and foul ball. Checks the swing. Now an appeal to first. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Luis Torrens in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Out to center. Grisham settles under it. And that is that. Mets strand 1. They trail here 1-0. New inning getting started. Now it's going to be Ben Rice. Outside. Ball one. That one missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And there's one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. RBI single his last time up. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. One out, base is empty.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
One down, base is empty. Pitch misses inside. And it's 1-2. That one way inside. And down on strikes he goes. That K is his third of the game. Bellinger up to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through. Bellinger, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2013. First pitch, not close. Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. That misses. 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Next offering is down low, and the count is 3-1. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a ball hammered left field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And now it's going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
That's outside.
And that one is inside. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Taylor sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that is that. The Yanks lead one, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here at Citi Field as we go to the last of the third. Now it's the second baseman, Brett Beatty. That one misses. 1-0.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one finds the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And next for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor. Clips the corner, strike one. And that's outside. Way inside.
2 strikes.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He flexes his power with that swing. Third home run of the season. It's 1-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Starling Marte. His first at bat was a strikeout. Hit hard on the ground to short. The throw to first. Marte retired.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Right down to shoot, and that's strike one. Two outs. Late swing, foul to the left. Goes down looking. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. All even at 1 apiece. Back after this on the show. Back now with the Subway Series. Now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. And that's in the dirt. And that's ball one.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Alonso takes it himself, 1 up, 1 down. So up next, Anthony Volpe grounded out to short in his first trip.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Late swing fouled off. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. Home run number 10 of the year, and they jump ahead in the 4th. It's 2-1.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
And now, Austin Wells. First pitch misses.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
The 1-1. Fought off foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And the next pitch is way outside. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswald Peraza. Walked his first time. And there's the strike. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Oh, 2 now. In the air, right field. Soto gets under it. He makes the grab. And that is that. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Juan Soto. And downstairs.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
There's a strike.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The throw to second is offline.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Pete Alonso. Doubled his first time up. That's in there. Man at second. There's a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. Soto up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Soto at third with nobody out. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Runner at third here, nobody out. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Wells down to first with it. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. Here's Brandon Nimmo. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. One away with a runner at third. We're here at the bottom of the fourth. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Backed off the plate that time. This one in the air, center field. Grisham in position, brings it in. Runner tags from third. Throw cut off, down to the plate, and he's in there. And a run comes in to score.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Vientos stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And the 1-0. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a breaking ball misses outside. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, and nobody left on. On to the top of the 5th we go. We are tied 2-2. Back now with the Subway Series. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Peterson back to work. That clips a corner.
You know, these Yankees finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Next one misses, and that's ball 1. And that's in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 2. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That one's in there. 0-2 now. Nobody out. Runner at first. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That's off the mark. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Not close with that one, and the count is even 2-2. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. David Peterson gives way, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Edwin Diaz into the game. He comes on for the 35th time this year. Here is Aaron Judge. This guy with light tower power. Late on that fastball.
0-1's the count.
First and second, no outs. And we're at the top of the 5th. Fastball is outside. On the ground, 2 ball. To second, that's 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. In the air, left side. Nimmo ranging after it. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Yankees. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Back here in Queens, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Luis Torrens. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, these Mets looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
To the right side, Peraza throws to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Here's the second baseman, Brett Beatty. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
And a foul ball. Off the mark there, and it's 2-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. That one way inside. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Strikeout number 8.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there. And typically, if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement. But still, that one tied him up, and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
Ball 1 to Taylor. The 1-0. Just missed. Check swing, and he went. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Line drive, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Mets leave 1. Score remains 2-2. Back now with the Subway Series. And the batter now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Diaz, 30 years old now, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Ball one, no strikes. Action in the Mets bullpen. Ryan Stanek up and throwing. Garrett also throwing. The 1-0. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. Swing and a miss. And there's one down.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat. And the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, in a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
And now here is Jason Dominguez. And the first pitch misses for ball one. All tied up, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And there's a ball. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Got him swinging. 2 away.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. He's already homered in this game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So they go quietly there. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the sixth. We are tied 2-2. And we're back. Here's Francisco Lindor. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
0-1's the count. Ball, that's just out.
Action in the pen down there. Jonathan Loaisiga getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Brubaker warming up as well. The shortstop takes the ball. Next offering is in for a strike. bounced downstairs and outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
3-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. There's a swing and a drive. Grisham sprinting for this one. Won't get to this one in the alley. And a good start to the inning.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Clark Schmidt won't go any further, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game. New arm out of the pen when we get back. Max Fried comes on now.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Juan Soto now. Step off, throw to first. Lindor back in there. Pitch misses. Ball 1. With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Lindor on the move. Strike in there. And safe. It's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Man at second. And a count 1-2. No outs. Runner on second. And Fried gets his second strikeout of the game. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Rips that one to right. Brings it in. Out number 2.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Stepping in, Brandon Nimmo.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And fouled off. Lindor stands at second with 2 gone.
Ball. 1-1.
Here's a high chopper. Volpe. Now the throw to first on the run. What a play. Inning over. So no runs here on a base hit. No errors and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Ryan Stanek.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 2 in this one. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. This to third. Toss to Alonso, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswald Peraza. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. Just missed. One down, base is empty. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Left field, way back there. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jonathan Loaisiga.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one upstairs.
1-0.
That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. And it's gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. His 7th home run of the season. And the Mets jump in front. It's 3-2.
He just sent a jolt of electricity into this stadium with that swing. Sometimes too much velocity will cause a pitcher to throw through the sink, and that means that there's more four-seam action than there is sink, and that can turn into a really good pitch to hit. Well, we saw it right there. Didn't miss a stitch on that baseball. He's got himself a home run.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Makes the catch for the out. One away.
Second baseman, Brett Beatty.
And next for the Mets, Brett Beatty. Right through there for a strike. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-2.
Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Chisholm brings it in for the third out. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Richard Lovelady.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now the number 2 hitter, Ben Rice. First pitch misses. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets, Austin Warren. The closer of the staff is getting loose to finish this one off. Garrett, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Next offering is in for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss there.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And that's downstairs. Going to count 1 and 2. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Bellinger, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
In there at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one is gone. He shoots one out to right. His second homer of this series, and this game is tied. It's 3-3.
That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. This to third, Vientos. On to first, and that is the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Starling Marte. Loaisiga back to work. Swinging a foul out of play. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. In plenty of time to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. 1 for 3.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here's Juan Soto. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Flips it from the ground. That's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Acrobatic play to get this one started. Determined to get a good flip. And that flip leads to an inning-ending double play.
Back here at Citi Field, all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. And that one fouled off. And it's even up. And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. Stays alive. That one hit to right. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop,
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered here in this one. The shortstop takes the ball. One down, base is empty. A little bit low.
That's a ball.
Now 2-0. On the ground, down the line, and it's foul. Base is empty, one away. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss at a slider.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one missing inside. Austin Wells in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Got him looking. 2 gone now.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. 0 for 3 in this one. That clips the corner. And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Tap foul at the plate.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
And now the count is even. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Taylor nabs it, and that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. New pitcher for the Yankees, JT Brubaker. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Number 34, JT Brubaker.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Well, one swing's a lot easier than getting 2 or 3 hits to win this ball game. You better believe he's going to be all in to hit the ball over the fence somewhere.
And that skips into dirt. Movement in the bullpen, Henry Baez. The rookie left-hander appears to be getting going. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him.
That's a ball.
That one misses, and it's 3-0. Brandon Nimmo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And there's the automatic.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Three-1 now. The other way. The throw into second. In safely at second base, and that's the potential winning run with nobody out. So now the injury forcing a substitution at second base. On to pinch run, Hayden Sanger. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
And that's in there for strike one.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
The winning run on second base. Out to short, Volpe. Tosses to first. One out, bottom of the ninth.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on, have the force at second first, perhaps getting inning-ending double play.
Started to swing, held up. One away, the winning run at second. Next offering misses, and the count is 2-0.
And you got to wonder with first base open, one out, is he going to get a pitch to hit?
On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond, and there are 2 outs.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Now the catcher up to hit, Luis Torrens. That one outside, and it's 1-0. That one to first, Rice. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets strand one, still tied 3-3. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Austin Warren. This is his third time out this year. Pinch hitter coming on, Paul Goldschmidt. A critical at bat in this game for him. And takes low for ball one.
Counts 1-0.
There's a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Ball to strike. That's inside. Next offering upstairs. Trent Grisham in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And now the center fielder, Trent Grisham. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Yankees, first baseman,
Ben Rice now at the plate.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
Ball one there.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
the inside edge. Now 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. To the right side, and foul ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. And I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Critical at bat coming up, and in steps Aaron Judge, known for his late inning heroics. That's down and in.
Ball 1, no strike.
And a swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 2 left on to the bottom of inning number 10. All tied up at 3 apiece. DJ LeMahieu comes on defensively now as he takes over as the new second baseman. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Brett Beatty getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Breaking ball misses down and away. And another ball. Right through there for a strike. In the dirt, and the runner holds. Three-1 is on the way. Down the line, and it's foul. Payoff pitch. And ball 4 to a ball.
Well, he took his chance at getting into chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
First and second, no outs. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. And he pops up the bunt. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, Starling Marte.
Starling Marte up now for the Mets.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed. Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
2 on, 1 out. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Runner around third. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Mets walk it off in extra innings.
Well, you come to the ballpark hoping you'll see something special that day, whether you're a player or a fan. A walk-off win, nobody forgets that. A memorable moment that'll be logged in the backs of the minds of everybody that witnessed this here today.
4-3, our final score, a 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.